Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got a great one for you today. I've got a Divi gallery here, and if I hover over it, we're going to zoom in images. We can actually follow around with our mouse and zoom into whatever part we like. Take a look at the images. Really nice effect. I've had a few people ask me if we could do this. Really easy to do. I've written all the code for you, and I'll show you exactly how to implement it. And of course, it's going to work on any image in your gallery. So let's get started. Let's create a new page. We'll start from scratch. We'll give our page a name. And of course, we'll use the Divi builder. Once loaded, I'm going to hit the build from scratch. I'm going to put a single column in mine. And of course, we're going to use the Divi gallery module. It's going to throw in some random images from your media library. To add your own, hit the little plus. That'll take you to your media library. And let's perhaps grab 8. Here's where I started last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just selected the first one, hit my shift key, held it down, selected the last one, selects all in between. Then hit the select button, and it adds them to our little gallery right here. To move them around, just grab it with your left mouse button, take it up to wherever you want it. Just drop it. If you don't want one, just hit the little trash can, you can get rid of it. Now, we've got 8 items here, and we can only see 4 up there. The reason that is, we've only got image count of 4 selected up here. So I'm going to change that to 8. Now we can see all our images. Got those crazy numbers underneath. These are AI generated images from Night Cafe. Don't really want to see those. That's the actual title of the images. So just down from images in elements, you can choose whether to show title and caption. I'm going to turn those off. And we don't need to show pagination because we're showing all the images there. So I'm going to leave that just like it is. Great. Well, we've got our little gallery images, but they're sort of static. They got that little overlay. I don't really want that overlay. Of course, they'll pop out into a lightbox if you click on them. Get rid of the overlay. I'm just going to hit the cog to go back into the module. I'm going to go over to my design tab where it says overlay down here. I'm just going to set the overlay icon color to transparent, overlay background color to transparent. We just got the image itself there. Fantastic. Now you may find that when you roll over, it's going to give you the title. And again, it's that crazy alphanumeric number. Night Cafe generates some great images, but it sure does give them some weird names. You can change that in your media library to something more pertinent, like woman with white hair or whatever you want to, or you can just delete it in your media library. I'll quickly show you how to do that for anybody that doesn't quite understand what I'm talking about. If we go to our dashboard, to the media library, here's our images right here. There's that little blonde lady. If we click on it, you can just either change the title to something you want or delete it completely. Don't need to save because it'll automatically save it for you. Now, we'll still see it probably now, but if I refresh this page, that will not be there. For instance, these ones up here, they don't have the title on them. Great. Well, so there's our gallery. I'm going to keep that just as it is. Now, I've written some code for you. I've got some CSS code. I've got some JavaScript code. Don't let it worry you. It's just a simple copy and paste. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. If we go back to the site, I really only want it to affect this particular gallery on this page, so I'm going to use a code module for mine today. But you could also go to your dashboard again. If I go back down here, we could go down to Divi, down to the theme options. Under the general tab, right at the bottom, we've got a custom CSS panel. You could put the CSS in there if you wanted to. And for the JavaScript, if you wanted this to work site-wide, integration tab at the top, you could add the code to the head of your blog. If there's something up there, you could scoot it down. Just hit your shift key, and put the new script on top, or you could go down to the bottom of your last script and put it on the bottom there. Just go down with your mouse. Once you put anything like that, CSS or JS in here, make sure you save your changes. Once you're saved, it'll give you a little check mark like that. But as I said, I'm actually going to use a code module today and do everything on this page itself. That way, it'll only affect this particular gallery. So let's go down. I'm going to add a little code module, little dark button. Click on it to add a new module. It'll roll down. There's the code module itself. Okay, if we look back at this code I've got up here, we've got CSS code at the top. Now we need to tell our code module that's what we're using. So put your cursor in there. We're going to do a left pointy bracket, the word style, S-T-Y-L-E, and a right pointy bracket. When you do that, it puts in the closing style bracket as well, or style tag, I should say. And we now need to put our CSS code in between here. Because we've done that, it knows that this is CSS code. So copy it from the dot of ETPB gallery image all the way down to the last closing bracket. Make sure you include that one. Control C to copy. Going to go back. Let's just close out that theme options. We don't need that anymore. And I'm going to paste it in there. Control V to paste. And we're targeting the ETPB gallery image, which is Elegant Themes Page Builder Gallery. I've got it zooming in by a factor of 2. Put some notes there so you can change that if you wanted to zoom in more. The transition time that it takes is 0.3 of a second. So if you want to slow it down, you can put a higher value in. If you want to speed it up, you can put a lower value in. That's the time it takes to actually zoom in on the image itself. Okay, that's great. We now need to apply the JavaScript. Now the JavaScript, we have to tell our code module again that this is script that we're putting in there. So again, it's left pointy bracket, script, S-C-R-I-P-T, right pointy bracket. And again, it'll put in a closing script tag for you. We can go back to this PDF and I'll put the link to this PDF down below the video so you can copy and paste. Here's our JavaScript code. And we need to copy that all the way down to our little closing comma right there. And we want to make sure we get all of it. Now I've noticed I've got a little page break in there. If that is in our code, we need to get rid of it. It doesn't look like it's highlighted it though, so we'll see. Control C to copy. Again, put the cursor in between our script tags. Control V to paste. It has actually copied that. So we can get rid of that. It's just highlighted there. Just after the file colon. Make sure we've got everything we need to. Yeah, it was just that bit right there. So we don't need the file colon. It's center is the last word. Center. So let's get rid of that file and the colon there. Great. And that's all there is to it. If we hit save now, let's save our changes. Let's make sure this is going to work on the front end. I'm going to hit my little purple button. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the Visual Builder. There's our little gallery. When we hover over, there's our little fellow. We can zoom in. We can see what he's doing on his computer there. Same with this chat. Zoom in to wherever you want. Same with the car. Young lady. And that's a great little effect. As I said, a few people have requested this, and here it is. Like I say, if you want to, you can change the zoom aspect and zoom in further if you want to. And you can make it quicker or slower if you want to. Let's just adjust it to show you exactly how. Remember, we've got our little code module down there. Re-enable the Visual Builder. And our little code modules down here. Sometimes with code module, they don't take up much real estate and you might have a hard time finding them. I found mine quite easily there, but if you have a hard time, hit your little purple button. Little icon on the left-hand side, wireframe view. Takes us to the old back-end mode, which is how you used to build with Divi in the old days. And there's your two galleries. You can go in that way once you're in there. Flip back to whatever view you like to edit in. Okay, what I was saying was, if you want to zoom in more, I've got it scaling up by a factor of 2, and it doesn't quite do it properly when we're in the builder right here because of the JavaScript. Let's make that a factor of 3 by putting our cursor in there. And we'll slow it down slightly by making it 0.5 of a second perhaps to zoom in. Now we can save our changes. Remember, if you're going to zoom in a lot more, you want some slightly higher res pictures, but we'll see how this works. Let's save draft, and we'll exit the visual builder. Once more, we'll go down. This is going to zoom in a little bit more this time. Fantastic. And it's just slightly slower timing to zoom in. Fantastic. So there we have it, guys. There's a nice little dynamic zoom hover effect for Divi gallery images where you're following your mouse with a zoom effect. And don't forget this code. I'll put this URL down below the video. Just click on it. It'll take you straight to this PDF. You can either download it or just copy it straight from the browser like this. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below the video, and I'll make a little demo video like this, or do my best to answer them for you as I can. So once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.